You ever seen motorcycles going down the road and they give themselves a little wave?
And Jeeps.
Oh yeah, Jeeps too. Well, we've decided we're going to start a new trend. We're going to do it with campers. So every time we see a camper pass us on the road, we're going to give them a wave. Help us make this a new trend. We're headed to Delta Lake State Park, and we're really excited because it's supposed to be a beautiful weekend full of great new friends and kayaking and bonfires. Come along with us.
See a kayak right next to Amy's head.
Get the kayak!
You would not believe how windy today was. We decided to go check out Griffis Sculpture Park. This entire clip was completely unusable, but we hope you enjoy the sculptures.
Here's one of the sculptures at the sculpture park. It's pretty cool looking.
Freya. What's the name of it?
Freya?
Freya.
Looks like a heart. They call this the birth of Venus.
Of the 766 prisoners of war in the Vietnam War, 114 died in captivity. 2,338 service members were missing in action. As of 2019, 1,247 remain unaccounted for, and 470 are classified as non-recoverable. That's crazy.
So this is what we came to see. The Alley-Oop Man.
They said he was 10 feet tall. He doesn't look like it until you get up next to him. I'm 6'2". I don't know if that's 4 more feet or not, but it's close. Created in the 1940s, Alley-Oop once stood watch outside the barracks of the former Rome Air Depot. Named after the prehistoric comic strip character, servicemen crafted the statue in their spare time to guard the facility. Thanks to the tireless efforts of retired Air Force Sergeant Edwin Square Wankowitz, Alley-Oop was reinstalled in 2015 and stands as a testament to the park's rich military history.
Who knew Rome, New York was so cool? We drove past this sitting on the side of the road and we had to stop and check it out.
Stanwix in Rome, New York. We passed by it on the way to Delta Lake State Park. It's actually really cool.
There's some spots there for where the cannons would go out. Pretty steep incline, and then another moat type thing in there. And of course you got the lookout towers. Pretty cool. Wow. I gotta see the entrance over there.
It's crazy, you keep filming, that all this wood looks original. Like you've got these metal pins. You've got the wooden pegs, you've got a wasp building a nest, and you've got the like big, almost staples holding the wood in. Seen better days, but it's got the original master lock.
So the glass towers we saw were right across from the fire hall. I think we're in the right place. This is for our friend Jim Burnell. He's a firefighter. I'm very proud of it.
Coming to check out Pixley Falls State Park. Heard it's a lot of good things. Let's go take a look.
I take it the water is cold based on Kevin's reaction. So we're gonna go kayaking. We have our sunscreen and our bottled water because it's not easy being this pale. Beautiful day to be out on the water.
Taking a little break in the shade. It's been about a year since we paddled. Amy had broken her hand last year, so we hadn't had a chance to get out, and it's taken its toll. But still wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
There's a pretty cool boat launch here, and it looks like there's a really interesting vessel coming ashore.
That's so wild.
That is so cool.
They're made by Jackson Kayak. They're called Blue Sky Boatworks. So they're just a little bit different.
It's got wheels that pop up.
Wow.
And he's just gonna tow it away, he said.
I'm just gonna go to
How much does it weigh?
135 maybe.
So not bad.
But the wheels carry it all.
Right.
So when I get it to the truck, I just slide it up onto the back of the truck and that's it.
Wow.
It's got a pedal system, got fishing poles. It's got a depth finder. So did you catch anything?
I caught a few smallmouth.
Okay.
But the wind picked up and then it got pretty rough. It's when you go around the corner, it's honking over there.
Yeah, we were just over at the beach.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been out since 4:30 this morning.
Oh, wow.
So I made the whole loop all the way around.
Wow. That's awesome.
All right, now I gotta see you tow this
Yeah,
thing.
see if I got the power to get it back right.
Wow. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we met some new friends that we met through Facebook and through this whole YouTube video thing, and they are gonna go show us how they go magnet fishing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. He brought his magnet out to show us, and we're going up to the docks here to see if we can catch anything.
It's supposed to be 150 feet of rope, but I don't think it's 150. Wait, hit something metal.
What'd you get?
Rocks.
Okay, now go down there.
Metal rocks. Wait, what's on the top of that?
Magnetic rocks.
What's that?
That's gotta be something.
Magnetic. It looks like an old nail. It is. It's part of an old nail.
Yay.
See, we're cleaning the waterway while having a good time. That is a piece of nail. that over. All right, we have 2 catches and 3 casts.
You're up next.
I'm up next. All right.
That's very cool. Oh, it's capped to a tire.
It is. Wait, how is that magnetic? It does look like a valve cap. Huh,
You caught something.
you caught something.
Or a bullet that never hit anything.
I was gonna say, but it's too. Well, it could be. Very well could be.
Oh, we should go show it to the sheriff.
Here.
I don't think a magnet will pick that up with it.
No, I don't know. It's heavy enough and it's shaped enough.
Actually, really old, probably.
Yeah.
If it is anything.
If it is,
I don't. It doesn't look
I
like.
just
it's
thought it was a
me.
cool find.
Usually bullets are flat on the bottom and
Yeah.
a little bit more pointy,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure exactly what that would be.
That was right. So he said he doesn't think it's a bullet, but if it was, it could be a really old one.
It's still kind of neat.
We're good? Going?
We're going.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, we get to go on the emergency services dock, not for public use, with permission.
Might find some fishing lures and stuff too.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'll take anything we can find.
Right. Cool.
We're having fun and cleaning the water.
Exactly.
So how long you got to be on the force to get this awesome job?
I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been in law enforcement for 36.
So
So I
did
guess
you
I'm
get?
just dating myself.
Yeah. did they give you the option? Or is it like a seniority thing? 'Cause this seems like a
I
sweet
actually
job.
worked for the state. I retired from the state, and I worked part-time with local police departments like Camden. And the sheriffs I worked with said, you like snowmobiling and boats, why don't you put in for working with us? And I've been fortunate, so I've been doing it ever since.
I couldn't imagine this. I can't imagine there's a high turnover.
No, probably not, although I am starting to get a little bit older, so we'll see how much longer. But I also teach the boat safety classes and the snowmobile safety classes. So,
Well, if
Yeah.
you feel like you need some civilian ride-alongs, we're ready to roll.
I would love that. Unfortunately, I got to get it cleared through my boss.
You know, I've always said if I was in the law enforcement, that boat would be the way to go.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to get that. I was very fortunate with my state corrections credential.
Do you get much trouble out here on the reservoir?
Can you?
Do you? I mean, it seems like it's a pretty mellow place.
It mostly is, but every once in a while we get some people that don't know how to act.
Yeah.
Usually it's mostly just talking to them. I would rather just do that because people are a lot more receptive to that than just plain writing tickets.
Right.
I'm not out here for that. Although I can do that, I'd rather not.
Yeah, nobody wants to. No, there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Not really.
So it's easier than they make it sound.
It is. I prefer not. I don't want to ruin anybody's day.
Yeah, where everyone's out there. So do they drain this reservoir?
No.
So last year we were out here camping.
Last year, a lot of that was Mother Nature draining the reservoir.
Was that what it was? Because we came down and we had to walk 40, 50 feet down the rocks to the water.
That's highly unusual. That's like, and I've talked to people
Another
who have lived on the lake, and that's the first time they've seen it in like 30 years.
So that was just a fluke kind of
It was a
thing.
fluke kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's not the norm, obviously.
Hi, Gizmo.
So you prefer the boat or the jet ski?
Probably the boat, to be honest with you, but we got to get the jet skis out. Climate control's not the best on a jet ski.
Yeah.
I can't like jump in the water.
Right.
I got a $7,000 radio on me. I'm not answering for that.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to have to pay to replace it.
Right. If you live in the United County, it would.
Throw it off at a different angle.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank
No,
you.
no problem.
Wait, want me to go over here?
Yeah.
We're camping in Lupe, sites 1 through 37. We're on 21. Let's take you for a walk. Speed limit is 10 miles an hour. There are a lot of kids playing, but trust me, you won't be able to go 10 miles an hour on these roads. One thing that we noticed They're not well kept, I guess you could say. We got site 1, and they go odd numbers on the outside. There's 3. 2 would be across the way. Another good point to mention are the water stations are good if you want to get water for dishes or whatnot, but you cannot use them to fill up your camper. You do need to go to the dump station, which is located across the street from Loop B, to fill your potable water. We got site 5 across from 4. I think I misspoke because we got site 6. So they don't go odds outside, evens inside. Site 6 has a little slope up the back, and there is a trail that goes through. There's a sign on the tree in the back. It says follow trail. Not sure where it goes yet. We haven't explored that far. Around the way we've got site number 7. Straight in front of us here is 8. And from here, the outside starts getting access to the water. Right next to Site 8, there's public access to the water. It would be good for launching kayaks. You can't launch motorboats or anything from here. Just a little walkway. You got people down there in their camp chairs watching their kids play in the water. We're gonna bring our kayaks down here and launch later. Across from there we have site 9. Very deep. Ten on the other side of the water access. This one's very wide. Awesome back up to the water. Like I said, all these along the lake here, the Delta Reservoir, go right up to the water. Across from that is site number 11, which is kind of funky U-shape. You the fire pit's right in the middle. So you can kind of pull through and back in, but you run over your pit. Some of these have odd access into the sites. We'll get to ours and show you that, but here's 12. Nice and wide here as well. And again, on the water. We've got 13 across the street, which does slope up a little bit. They're most pretty level. Some do have a slope. 14 back on this side. It's short but wide. And look at that water. It's almost worth the short depth of the site just for that. We've got 15. Nice and shaded and deep. We've got 16 across the street. Again, right on the water, not very deep, but very wide. 17 across the street from that. $18 over here. Yeah, these are shallow sites. But man, access to the water. Look at that. A couple of these over here we've noticed have little grill pits set up, which is nice. Over here, 20 has a pull-through spot. It's got a spot you can kind of get in there, and then up ahead you can back in. We like this one. We were checking this one out before they just got here, but again, the water. Oof. Anyway, 19. This is our neighbor. Big, wide open. Beautiful. There's 21. This one's us. So when we got here, you'll see if you pull straight down the road, this is a wicked bend to get into. We've got the tree and the post, and we've got a tree stump or two right over here. So what we did was pulled in to our neighbor, site 22, and then got as far forward as you can get up there, and then would allowed us to back right in. So it's a little odd, it's doable. And site 22, as we were just talking about, is very deep. Right up on the water. $23 is next door to that, with 24 across the street. We'll get to in a minute. This one, the water access stops, but it's very wide. $24 is got 3 cars, so you can see how wide it is, and pretty deep. The shade in the middle, hit or miss, depending on which one you're on. But overall, not bad. 25 coming up here on the outside, and if you look through the woods, you can see, kind of see, there's people in Loop B over there. So you got some backdoor neighbors out on these. Site 26. Very deep, spacious site. 27. In the woods. I like this one a lot for the shade. Park Road is right up there though. Nobody goes very fast, so it's not too bad. Site 28. Again, very deep, pretty wide. There's the road. Site 29 on the inside. Good sizes, I'll give them that much, that's for sure. Here we have one of the 2 bathhouses. I should say bathrooms. If you're looking to shower, they do not have showers in the bathrooms in the loops. There is a centralized shower station, I guess you could call it. Shower room. Looks very similar to these, but it's only showers, and that's out by Loop C. Site number 30 is very deep. And if you've got some friends you're staying with, it's right next door to Site 31 with some good pass-through. That would be a good one for us if we were coming here with Jeremy. Site 32 in the middle, big, open. We've got 33 on the outside. Very deep, very shady. .34 back on the inside here, behind a water station. .35. Nobody's here, surprisingly. Looks nice though, flat and open. We've got 36 back on the inside, very wide. Again, this one looks like it'd be very hard to back in from the road. That's kind of a, oof. I guess you gotta hope somebody's open across the street, or else you're jackknifing into that one. And lastly, we've got 37 over here. Big, wide site right at the entrance to the loop. A lot of parking available. And we've got the first of the bathhouses here in the loop. And here at the entrance is garbage and recycling. And that, my friends, is Loop A. We're back at the beginning. Loop B has sites 38 through 70. This is a nicer entrance than Loop A. We've noticed the road going around Loop A is meh. This one's slightly better. But you start with 38 straight ahead. It's very wide, very shaded. Cottonwood's already coming down, if you can see it on the road there ahead. Across the street from 38 and the garbage and recycle station, site 39, right here at the entrance. You can see Loop A over there behind us, nice and deep. Over across the street is the bathhouse. Again, they don't have showers. We'll get you to that in a moment. Next to that is site 41. Skipping 40 for a second, so I'm not going back and forth. But that's where we're parked, obviously. Site 40. Cute little A-frame camping here. Got a nice hammock set up. Got a water station. And again, there's not threaded spouts on these. So they're good for getting water, but not to fill up your camper. Site 42. Over here, looks like you can pull in to get a better angle. Because it's a little rough getting in. One's very deep. And you get some peaks of the water from this one, which is kind of nice. You could probably walk through the woods over there. Across the street is 43. Nice and deep. Kind of bends around a little bit for your fire pit over there. Next to that, we've got 44. We feel like it's rained here recently because there seems to be a little bit of mud, but it's drying up pretty quick. This one has a little bit of remnants. The rest of them don't. Oh. Across the street is Site 45. This is where the water sites come in. I like their little street pole with the Steele family from Clayville. Welcome, Steele family. I like that a lot.
Yep.
So, coming back, we got stopped by an adoring fan. How could we not recognize us from Facebook? I thought it was really cool. So, getting back into the tour, we've got Site 46. Again, right on the water. Deep. And look at that. How could you not want to wake up to that every morning? Love it. Across the street from that one is 47. We got a cool little pointy nose skylight camper. I like that. But again, very deep, very shaded. Across the street here we have 48. Loop B here definitely looks like it's got the better water spots. Got some cool funky eyes on the front of this. That's neat. This one has almost like a boat launch right there in the water. 49 is very deep and wide. We've got a tent and a fifth wheel on this one. 50. Again, another amazing water spot. This one comes in. This guy's got his. Oh, that's the power pole back there. Kind of bent around. Look at that. You can almost drive right into the water. Good, how are you? We got a little bit of mud, but it looks like you could come forward and just back straight in from here. That looks fantastic. Ooh, like that one. Alrighty. Across the street, I'm thinking is 52. We've got.
Get the boats all tied together.
Wait. This is Site 51. It's not very deep, but it's right on the water. Next door looks like an amazing party site. Site 53. Look how big that is. You could fit 3 campers in this site. And again, right on the water. Inside we have 54. Nice one. 55 on the other side. It's very wide. This one doesn't have a lot of shade, as you can see from the sun glaring down. Lots of big trees, but wide open up here. But very wide. Yeah, we're definitely in the wrong loop. We should be in B. 56 on the inside. Deep, wide, a little bit uphill, but it's flat. 57 is unoccupied at the moment. There's Loop C though. You have some neighbors behind you. If you wanted to camp back to back, that would be good. You can see we keep mentioning the road. Doesn't need to be paved. Not much pavement left, a lot of gravel. then we go inside to 58. Again, big and wide and deep. Look how big that is. I like them. Really like these. Across the street on the outside is site 59. Sunny here too, but wide and deep. $60 next to the water station. Big and deep and wide. Slightly downhill though. That would be my only drawback to that, but they got the camper in the right spot, that's for sure. 61. The outside across the street is deep and wide. Got a garbage drop-off point coming up to site 62. This one's another weird one where you almost have to back in funky. Ooh, and this one is muddy. Site 63. Big, deep, and wide. $64 is across the street here. This one's got two entrances, depending on how you want to pull in. You can go straight back like that, or you could probably angle in, go sideways. Got some puddles here too. Note to self, 64 has some puddles if it's raining. 65 next door to that. On the outside bend of Loop B in the trees, you do have the camp road over there. Again, nobody really drives down too much. Across the street here is 66. Nice and wide. And again, note to self, muddy after the rain. 67 almost has a pull-in from here. You can kind of pull in, turn back the rest of the way, although it's not too bad. 68 across the street, very deep. And look at that tent all the way back there. However, again, mud. We didn't see a lot of mud in Loop A. Loop B's muddy. It's got a lot more shade, I think, too, but. And then we're gonna stay on the inside for 69. That's all cottonwood, folks. Very deep. And across the street, we finish off with site 70. This one kind of goes downhill a little bit too. Not bad. Again, wide, deep, and shaded. That concludes your trip around Loop B. And almost down to Loop C, we have the shower building, as we mentioned. The individual loops don't have individual showers. They just have toilets, bathrooms, sinks. So if you want to shower and you don't have your own camper, you can come here. We have not been inside these yet, so I honestly can't tell you, but let's go take a look together. Men's and ladies, obviously. And they've still got, please wear a face covering. Haven't had a lot of people in the bathroom at the same time, but they do have a camp store down by the beach where you can get pizza, sandwiches, ice cream, camp store. There we go. No fireworks. So, there we go. We're going to the men's, because I'm a men's. Oh, there's also a lot of cute little caterpillars along the way, by the way. Keep getting on my ankles. Huh. Not so bad. We got a couple toilets. Squeaky door. And just kind of what you'd expect. Shower pan floor. Shower. Water. There's no seats. No. So if you need to sit while you shower, you're out of luck. Sorry. But I guess that's enough for a campground. We also have a little free library by the shower room. So if you're bored, it's raining, you need something to do, nothing that looks good to me, but a lot of kids' books, got some colored pencils and stuff, and some toys. Neat. Camping Loop C has sites 71 to 100 now. Let's go take a look. We decided to park on the road so we're not in anybody's sight in case they decide to show up. It's, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45-ish. But it is Saturday, so it's not like anyone's waiting to get out of work, other than our friends, Zach and Jess, who are meeting us here after they get out of work. So we got a nice long entrance. Very long entrance. And I'm guessing this one straight ahead, site 71. Yes, it is. It's narrow, but it's very deep. Across the road, 72. That one actually has, looks like a paved pad. This one's a little narrow as well, but not bad. It's shady. We've got 73 across the street. And 74 on the outside. This one also has a paved pad to park on, which is nice. We've got a path to the shower house up there. $75 is next. This one has one you can pretty much drive in straight. It's paved. Or pull ahead and back in. That's 75. Inside is 76. Very deep. Pretty wide. Across the street is 77. This one's a little uphill. Not terrible. Wide though. 78 across from that is very wide, not as deep. Looks like we're using it for parking spots, that's fine. 79, back on the outside. Flat again, deep. 80, goes a little bit uphill, but super deep. Good party one. We have a nice space between 79 and 81. 81 on this side. This is the one you could see when we were walking around the B loop. Backs up to. Across the street we have 82, but before that we do have a garbage and recycling center. 82 again is wide and deep, has multiple points of entry, which is kind of nice. A lot of these do, it seems. 83 outside, again backs up to a site in the B loop. 85 is next. 84 is across the street, but it's a little further up. So 85, kind of slopey off the back here. Not terrible. Very wide. Ooh. 84 here is the one that's across the street. We got a big old Class A. You can see it goes uphill. The front tire's off the ground. Wow. So that's 84. We did 85. Coming up on the outside is 86. And this one looks like the last one on the outside before you hit water. But nice and deep. You get water views. 87. Across the way is super wide. Kind of like a triangle. A lot of bikes. 88. A little bit of mud. We got an uphill slope. But have you got water? I like that a lot. It is flat once you get to the top. So even though you got that is uphill, it's not terrible. Very wide. Great views. Love it. 89 on the inside. We've got wide again. And a water station out front. $90 on the outside. Isn't too deep, but it's plenty big enough for what looks to be a 33 foot travel trailer. Some more water. We need to get some water sites next time. $91 is back in the inside. Nice and wide and deep. Goes downhill a little bit, but flattens out. 92 on the outside, goes up a slope and does flatten off. You can see that's pretty flat up there. Water sites. We've got some puddles, so B and C definitely hold the rain a little bit more. 93 here on the inside does kind of slopes down in, but not too bad. It is nice and deep. 94, while muddy in the front, does go uphill and gives you awesome access to the water. 95 next door as the last one on the water. Very wide, pretty deep. We've got another garbage and recycling center. We've got another water spout, and this site on the corner, I haven't gotten to the number yet. I think it's 98, but it takes up the whole corner. It's huge. $97 on the outside, does go up a little bit of a hill. We got a lot of mud. Bleh. I'm gonna get corrected on this one. 93. This corner lot is 93. My apologies, everybody. I thought we were coming around to a marker over here. It's the whole corner. 98 on the inside. Very deep. Very shaded. 99. Where is it? There it is. 99. Ooh, you got the new Mustang electric vehicle right there. I like it. Up a hill, levels off. We have number 100, which is on the road coming in. It's narrow, but it's deep. There's the road coming in. There's your truck. But 101 is across from where you come in. Not too terrible at all. And you can't see, and I didn't see it when we were walking around. There is the bathhouse straight back there. And there's somebody coming in. That's it. Those are the 3 loops, all 101 sites.
This is part of the seafood extravaganza we are having from our friends Jack and Jessica.
Jack. That's my grandfather's name. So
Is it really?
Yep.
Zach and Jessica from Marketplace Seafood out of Rochester, New York. If you've ever in the area, hit them up, because this is what they have. Yes, look at all the good stuff. They got the good stuff.
You gotta get this. You gotta get it as hot as possible. If you're gonna cook a proper scallop, you gotta get it as hot as you can make it.
Are you putting the scallops on the flat top?
Yes. And then I'm gonna put the shrimp on first. See how it sizzles? That's how you know it's hot enough. More than likely, yeah.
I gotta say, this is Kevin and I's favorite new camping trip, that we get people to wait on us. We're making us a seafood feast.
Absolutely. Seafood feast. So I'm gonna start those. The key to cooking a proper scallop is you only do 1.5 minutes on each side. When you have high quality scallops, you don't have to worry about cooking the heck out of them, because they will always end up being absolutely delicious. See what we got going on here.
Wow.
Swordfish, halibut, clams casinos. These are almost ready. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. I'm going to leave that open a second.
What happens when you cook a scallop for too long?
And you just lose the texture. It doesn't have the same meatiness to it. When scallops are all about texture. So sushi grade scallops, you could eat those completely raw if you wanted to. So the key to a scallop is you want a good sear on each side without overcooking the inside. So you keep the soft, flaky texture without making it too firm and not as enjoyable. But again, the pan has to be as hot as you can get it.
Yeah, people, these are the scallops we're having for dinner tonight.
And those are New Bedford, Massachusetts scallops. Dry, hand-picked. Dry scallops. I mean, it's not packed with any waters, preservatives, or chemicals. So if you don't eat scallops, but some people buy scallops at the grocery store and they shrink down and all the water comes out in the pan, which changes the way they cook. Dry scallops aren't injected with that water, which is called tripolyphosphate. It's a saltwater brine that they take smaller scallops and inject it with to make the scallop look larger. But then when you cook it, you lose everything back into the pan. These will stay the complete same size all the way throughout the cook.
Okay, and once again, where can they get scallops like these?
Market Seafood LLC.
Where are you located?
Rochester and Syracuse.
We'll put a link in the description below so that you can check out their seafood.
Amazing.
And by all means, please take some leftovers with you. There's just absolutely no way we can finish this stuff.
Seafood for breakfast. Yeah.
So if you fish it out with a fork, it's okay?
That's how I do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you're supposed to just
We're starting with
No,
Clams Casino.
You'll be very, very
Yeah, the
careful.
shells, seafood, shellfish shells get extremely hot.
So we got seafood cooking for us and a lake view. I mean, life is so good right now.
This one's a little wonky. Got a broken tail. So good.
Oh.
There's only 18, baby.
No, was it 18? I thought it was 20.
You said 20.
That's good. That's good, you know.
Sure?
Yeah, for now.
I'll take that little one that you have in your.
Well, I got it. Well, you give me a plate because they have to come off or they're going to keep cooking. So.
Yes.
You don't want to just throw them in here?
No, I got it.
Okay. Wow.
Woo! Oh.
We got a huge loss. Gizmo picked that up.
Okay, well, that's in the blooper room.
Perfect.